Let's talk about how you can find high quality images that you can legally use on your website or blog. From Google, I'm going to do a search on Creative Commons because if you're going to use an image for free and legally, you're going to need to find an image that is a Creative Commons licensed image. So from here we can get to their website, creativecommons.org, and we can click Licenses at the top and go to About the Licenses if you want to know about what the terms of the different licenses are, because there's Creative Commons licenses are not all the same. So you'll notice each of these has a few different symbols or symbol combinations. This explains what each of these mean. For instance, attribution, this is one that you're going to need to, you can use it, but you need to give credit to the author and usually link back to the license. There's a few different ones, we won't go through each of those. Another great source for learning what these licenses mean is this video that I'll put a link to from a New Zealand Creative Commons group, and they go through each of the symbols and then also give you a little explanation of what that would mean on a project, what that would allow you to do, and what you'd need to do to fulfill the requirements of that Creative Commons license in terms of attribution, or like this is not for commercial use sort of thing. Okay, let's keep rolling here. So now you want to know where you're going to find great images. So one way from the Creative Commons website is to, again, under licenses, go to Find Licensed Content. That will bring you to this search page that is it's going to do just a Creative Commons search on any of these websites. So you can look for photos on Google Images, Photopedia, Flickr, a few other ones. You can look for videos, and then you also have a few different Creative Commons audio searches too. Now if you didn't want to go to the Creative Commons website and click licenses, etc., to get here, really easy way is just do a Google search on Creative Commons, and then it's just this search button here. It's going to bring you to the same place. Okay, I have Flickr selected here. Let's say I'm going to do a blog post about horses, so I need to find a picture on that. Now we could uncheck use for commercial purposes. Definitely going to leave this on because I'm probably going to be modifying it just slightly to crop the image. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be modifying it for that crop, so I do want to be able to do that. I would imagine that if you uncheck this, you're going to get more results, but I've never really done a test on that sort of thing. Okay, so we'll do a search for horses. I have Flickr selected, so it's going to bring us to the Flickr page, Flickr's website, and you'll notice that it automatically changes the filter preferences to Creative Commons images, and we had unchecked this, so it's unchecked on the filter here as well. So we could scroll through the pictures, see if there's anything that we like. I'm just going to choose one to show you what this looks like here. So we're now at the image page, and here's where you're going to find the Creative Commons terms of the license. So you must give attribution, and it's one you cannot use for commercial purposes. If you're not sure what these symbols mean, you can click Some Rights Reserved, and it will explain. This is a Creative Commons 2.0 license, and it will explain each of these two symbols for you there. Okay, let's go back to the image. So with attribution, what you're going to want to do on this image is bookmark the page, because you're going to need to give attribution to this photographer. So you can either go to this person's website. Actually, I think you need to link back to the actual license of this photo. So you're going to want to go back to this photo. So take note of it, bookmark it, whatever you need to do. Now the first time I used Flickr for some images, I could not find where you downloaded the images, and the reason was I didn't have the browser window open wide enough to see the download button in this corner. So I'm going to move this over, and there's your download button. When you click it, you get several different options for sizes. This is a relatively small image, but oftentimes you're going to find ones that are a lot more high resolution. Okay, if you're wondering some other places and what are I'll show you a couple of my favorite places to find images that I consistently find high quality professional level images. But first, this site that I will link to in the video where is a spot for where to find free stock photos. It lists 29 different sources, starting with Wikimedia, Flickr, Morguefile, unrestricted stock is good, Microsoft Office, Pixabay, free digital photos. Anyway, it goes on. 29 different sources that you can find good quality images for your site. We'll take a look at one of those that's I consistently find good content, and that is Pixabay.com. Okay, so we'll do the same search here. And one thing to be aware of with Pixabay, along with a few other free stock photo images websites, sometimes in the search results you're going to see a bar that's barely grayed out, and it'll have a little button that shows these are images that are not actually from Pixabay, they're from Shutterstock. If you chose any of these, they may be Creative Commons, but they're not free. Shutterstock is not a free stock image site, and some of the other sites will also have search results that you just need to be aware that some of the search results are not going to be free if they're linking to external content. Let's see, anything else from here? One more thing you should be aware of. I'll do one more search just to show you an example of something. Okay, so let's say you did a search and you're coming up with a lot of clip art, but you want a photograph. Up here you can just change the image type to not be vector images or illustrations, just photos, and that will filter these to just be photos. So we'll go back to, we're going to find a horse picture, find one that we like, and let's say we're going to go with this one. It was submitted by this user. We may need that depending on the license. You might need to link back to this. I'm going to click download, and it will show us our different options and the license itself. And the license is a CC0. If you're not sure what that means, you can click it and it will explain. And a CC0 is basically, this is a public domain image, so you could use this image and you won't have to link back or give attribution for the image at all. So that pretty much covers it. To sum up, if you're going to use legal digital media content on your website or blog, you need to find something that is going to be licensed through Creative Commons or that is public domain. The first site you can go through to find that is the Creative Commons website or Creative Commons search, and then there's plenty of other, we listed 29 other places that you can find good images. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thanks.